We had an old school throw down, gloves in the dirt baseball fight this week, and I was so happy because I love nothing more than a real, I pushed a second baseman and the bench is cleared. That sucks. I want Tim Anderson and Jose Ramirez literally squaring up like boxers ready to go at second base, and the call on this is absolutely phenomenal.
Ramirez on his way to second. Head first slide. Safe and in to score is Jimenez. And another hustle double. Right over the bag at first. Now Hosey and Anderson square off. They're fighting. They're swinging. Down goes Anderson. Down goes Anderson. Ramirez went in with a head-first slide. Hosey never gets upset about anything. They came up chewing. Anderson squared off. Hosey decked him.
That's Tom Hamilton, the radio play-by-play announcer for the Cleveland Guardians.
You know the funny thing about
Holy
this?
cow, what a great call.
Yeah.
When you look, and this, I'm not taking anything away from Jose Ramirez. When you swing enough, because he wasn't looking.
Oh no, yeah, that was he just caught him.
He caught him. Well, he caught Tim Anderson good. And the simple fact, it's not even the fact that he caught him. It's the fact that it knocked Tim Anderson
caught him
cold.
in the jaw, man.
And he fell back like you know how some people just fall back in the pool and just let gravity take them? That's what Tim Anderson looked like when he fell back. It's like he got hit and he just went out cold.
Hey, it looked like when those boxers, I just watched the De La Hoya documentary. You got to watch that. And it looked like when the boxers like, boom, okay, I'm done.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they get that one shot locks you up and down you go.
Go to sleep.
I just caught him on the chin coming around.
Hey, so he was still dazed when he got up.
He was. Yeah, he had to shake that off, man. He had to shake that off. Tim Anderson caught 6-game suspension.
Yep.
Ramirez caught 3.
Yep.
Honestly, I don't know if Ramirez should have got a game now. I think maybe just because he was the one that kind of popped up. Well, no, Anderson got knocked out. He's the one who
Anderson got knocked out.
But Anderson was the one who Ramirez got up and started yapping. And he kind of instigated the whole thing. But Anderson was the one who's like, gloves off, fists up, let's go.
But didn't it start with
old man?
Yeah.
But didn't it start with Ramirez putting his hand in his face or something?
He was jawing at him and pointing at him and yelling that I think when Ramirez went in for the slide, I think when Anderson tried to tag him, he hit him in the face or something.
Okay.
It got Ramirez again, and he said it in the call there that Ramirez isn't a player that usually gets chatty and pissed off and yelly, and so the fact that he popped up and was mad, and then Tim Anderson immediately went to, all right, let's go. Let's go. Took his earrings off, rolled his sleeves up, kicked his high heels, and said, let's go.
The only thing he forgot was to grease his face so that punch would slide off.
Because you can't be the one. Let's just keep it real.
Yeah.
You can't be the one to throw the stuff down and throw the fist up and get in the fighting position and then get knocked out cold. You can't initiate it and then get knocked out the way that you did.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're going to have to take one or the other. Either you don't initiate it and get knocked out, or you initiate it and you knock him out. You don't initiate, but then you ready, and then he turn around and just knock you cold out, and now you getting up woozy. You can't do that.
Man.
I guarantee you Anderson had been training for boxing this summer, and so he was feeling himself like, I've been training. Let me really try this shit out.
Nah, he ain't been training. He one of them. We're gonna get into this later, but he one of them. He one of them brothers. He one of them ones that probably in the neighborhood had to stick up for yourself, and that's how you kind of learn. And drop them gloves and drop the ball. Hey man, let's get to it. It just so happened to bro, you seeing stars. That's it.
My favorite baseball fight of all time is still Nolan Ryan and Robin Ventura. This was 30 years ago this week. Nolan Ryan drills Robin Ventura.
I got to show y'all something. Hold on.
Okay.
What? You got a picture you get knocked out?
I don't know if he's got a picture. He's got something, though.
Someone
He's got
know?
goods. He's got a Nolan Ryan jersey or a picture of the fight autographed or something. What is?
Oh, there it is.
There it is. A picture of the damn fight. Nolan Ryan got Robin Ventura in a headlock
start punching him.
and beat the piss out of him.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Wow.
And this is Nolan Ryan at the back end of his career.
Yeah.
So Nolan Ryan was an old man.
He signed that for me. He says,
Who signed it?
Nolan.
Nolan Ryan signed that picture for you?
Wow.
What a great picture.
It says to Big Shot Bob, don't mess with Texas.
Oh. Dude, that's amazing.
That's kind of dope.
That might be one of the best pieces of sports memorabilia you got. Damn, you got some good stuff, but that might be one of the best. That's my favorite fight. Just because Robin Ventura was so young and Nolan Ryan was an old man. And he said, I'm going to whip this old man's ass. And Nolan threw him in a headlock and just like 4 or 5 shots to the face.
Yeah.
And then it was, oh, man.
Have you ever met Nolan?
No, never.
No.
Really
never had
nice
the pleasure.
guy, man. Really nice.
What a
guy.
legend.
Texas through and through.
Dude threw 7 no-hitters in his career, which is
crazy.
nuts because I think the next highest number is like 4, 3 or 4. I don't think anybody's ever thrown more than that. Nolan Ryan throws 7 freaking no-hitters.
That's crazy.
Yeah. But I do. I'm a sucker for a good baseball fight, man. I love a good baseball fight.
Me too.
The other story of the week was, and I'm going to preface this with a question before we get into the story. Have the Lakers ever been critical of you for being critical of the team on TV? Like, have you ever said something and Spectrum got a call and said, hey,
Yes.
Jeannie's mad or Rob's mad or...
No, it was doing when Kobe was there. And you remember when I think it was Swaggy P, Uncle Earl, all those guys.
This is when D'Lo was there the first time around.
Yeah, they hit the game winner. It was like, oh, no. And then
and they all
was
went
on
nuts. Kobe
was on Jimmy Kimmel, and Jimmy Kimmel asked him if this would have happened when you did
I know
the game.
exactly what you're talking about. Yep.
And so I went on TV and said, this only happened because you weren't there.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
That's
I saw
right.
that.
Yeah, I think I told y'all about this. And so, and everybody, they call and says, just said, well, I'm not. Because, if you want someone to follow your lead, you need to be there. And, a lot of people got upset at me, but it's the truth if you really think about it. If you want to teach these guys how to be professional, be there and be in their ear and say, hey, we got to do A, B, C, and D. And so that's all I said. And so, they was like, oh, you can't be that critical of Kobe. I was like, I'm not being critical, but he can't be critical of a situation that he's not there to control where you off doing something else when you should be with the team and teach them the ways. That's how everybody does it. You learn from the masters, right? And he's the greatest one of the greatest masters to ever live when it comes to basketball.
Okay. Yeah, that's true.
Mm-hmm. The biggest story in baseball this week, and the reason I asked the question the way I asked it, is Kevin Brown, who is the TV announcer for the Baltimore Orioles, has been suspended indefinitely. I'm going to play you the clip, and I want you to think about this for a minute. This is the audio that got Kevin Brown suspended indefinitely by the Baltimore Orioles.
It's been a minute. The Orioles split a 2-gamer with the Rays in June. They had lost their last 15 series here at Tropicana Field. You have to go back to when our now colleague Brad Brock picked up the win in the series finale June 25th, 2017, the last time the Orioles won a series here at St. Pete. Already got 3-2 at the Trop this year after winning 3 of 18 the previous 3 years combined. It is a stark difference, Ben, and it is not a bad Rays team.
I had to listen to that about 5 times, and I gave up trying to figure out why he got suspended. So I Googled it. The Angelos family, who owns the Baltimore Orioles, suspended Kevin Brown for being critical of the team's past record against the Tampa Bay Rays by saying they had lost 15 of whatever it was, their last 17 series against the Rays. Now, mind you, this man and the music you hear in the background is because there's a graphic up on the screen that is laying all of this out. Like, here's the last time they won in Tampa Bay. It was in 2017. These were the dates they won. They haven't won a series since 2017 in Tampa. The Baltimore Orioles are in first place in the American League East as of today by 2 games.
And they just got Jack.
They just got there. And this dude, for some reason, the Orioles suspended him for being critical of their past shortcomings when He didn't editorialize that. He didn't crap on the team. He didn't give you reason. He just literally presented the graphic that was on the set.
If you came into
He got suspended indefinitely.
If you came into this baseball season and you would have told me in the AL East that the Baltimore Orioles, they lead the division, right?
They're in first place as of
By
First place.
2 games?
Yeah, by I think a game
second
or two.
best record in baseball, right?
Yep,
If
behind
you
the
would have
Braves.
told me that not only they would be leading the AL East, but like you all said, have the second best record in all of baseball, each and every single one of us on this show would have laughed at you.
We would have thought it was a comedy sketch.
Ain't no way with the Yankees and the Red Sox and even the Blue Jays, even in the Rays, because the Rays came out smoking.
Yeah. And won their first 13, I think, before they lost the game, 14 games or something.
So you're mad at somebody who's actually announcing something that the players did or did not do over a certain amount of time over the last few years. They've been absolute doo-doo.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, they're worse than doo-doo. We always talk about the juice and the little trash that spills out sometimes when there's a leak. They've been that.
Garbage water.
They've been that. And you're mad at him and suspending him for saying it? Hey, man, I'm going to need some folk to take the thong out their butt. I really do. You need to blame them players. Don't blame the announcer. He's only announcing what the players did or didn't do.
Yeah.
You know, and it's weird that we have been on our show in Spectrum, and James and I have talked about the Lakers record versus the Clippers. Shit, everybody on the damn show will be suspended.
Oh, you got a whole broadcast crew that have been blown out, man, if that were the case.
Yeah, we've been talking, we've been giving the stats and talking about how the Lakers cannot beat the Clippers.
What you want us to do?
Exactly.
And the thing that kills me the most is about this whole thing, he didn't just make that stat up. It wasn't like that shit was prepped and on a graphic, which means the producers had it,
Yep.
the guys in the truck had it,
Yep.
they had the graphic done, they had the music ready. So if you're gonna suspend Kevin Brown, you suspend the dude in the truck, you suspend the game producer. It was in the freaking game notes for that game.
Right.
In the media game notes had that information in it. He is
Right.
not presenting anything on TV that was editorialized or disparaging in any way. This is the facts of the record, and he got suspended. John Angelos sucks as an owner. Holy crap, this guy blows. What an embarrassment.
Has he come out to say anything about being suspended?
All the Orioles have said so far is we don't comment on suspensions. We don't comment on media relations, internal matters, whatever the hell it was.
So does the
everybody
Orioles own the radio company?
No. Well, he was for TV. He was the TV broadcaster.
Right.
But
So they have a say over the TV rights.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I mean, it's like we work in baseball radio here in Atlanta, but the team has a say while they're not our direct employer. We do work for them.
Right.
So, I mean, if they wanted to get, Ben Ingram, who calls the Braves games here, they wanted to get him run off the radio for some reason, I'm sure they could probably flex enough muscle and get it done. But point being, he didn't do anything wrong, and the Orioles are getting destroyed for this, where this should be like the most joyous time in your history.
Exactly.
You're in first place in the division for the first time since Cal Ripken played for you. I mean, Jesus,
Damn,
man.
that's a long time ago.
Celebrate. Enjoy the moment. Instead, the Orioles are the laughingstock of baseball today.
They're going to make a big stink about it, and then he'll be back.
Oh, of course. He'll be back tomorrow. Tomorrow, and if he's smart, he'll take the high road and he'll go, thank you for all your support. I'm happy to be back.
Yeah.
Let's move on.
Yeah.
But
Money don't make you smart.
holy cow.
It just doesn't.
Dumbest shit I ever heard in my
Exactly.
life, man. But that's why I asked you if the Lakers were ever critical of anything you guys say on TV. Because, I mean, I do get it. This is the broadcast that represents your team. Okay, fine. Yeah. But it wasn't like he was editorializing or anything.
I can understand if they was losing in last place and he was saying something like that. You're like, hey, but like.
But even if you were losing and you were in last place, it don't make anything you say any less the truth.
It's still true. Your record was still hot garbage against the Rays for 6 years. That's the truth.
Could you imagine somebody forcing you to say something good about a team that sucks? That whole broadcast would be quiet. Could you be sitting there just looking at each other?
Orioles broadcast would have been off the air for the last 10, 15 years if that were the case.
Be like, oh, Rob, your haircut look nice. Oh, I like the uniforms they're wearing tonight.
Yeah. Ain't nothing
Anybody
else
got anything else?
No. All right, good. Good night, everybody.